600 hours. Responded with troop and valuable resources.
Gross misallocation of value.
Kat, you read her file?
Only the part.
Take out 2 freighters from dry dock. Important.
Hi to you, Lieutenant. You're stepping into some shoes the rest of the squad. Wolf stuff stays behind. Clear? No. We're looking at a downed relay outpost, 50 click.
Commander, we just lost our signal with HQ. Can't say what's jamming us.
You heard her, dead zone. Let's stay focused. Watch it out. Mobile team, spread out. Watch the approach.
Why are we not?
There's a lot of blood on the ground.
We don't need to telegraph a presence. Noble 6, move into the house.
They're not rebels, they're farmers. Look at them last night. He heard screams.
There's in that structure directly east of your position. Over.
Cop, time it.
Double time.
Damn.
Fill me in, Commander. June, you see anything? Negative. To the west, we're about to be flanked.
Huh? Damn it, Covenant!
Spartans. Assist.
Oh, got some new ones, huh? Noble, moving to assist.
Stand here up, big man. This whole valley just turned into a...
Boss, I'm showing more activity to the east. Copy that, Jim.
Oh, stay back, please.
Get to work, Noble.
I guess it's not count. Under fire.
I've got visual.
Covenant is on reach. The troopers? Let's move. Suspect. Don't we have more important things to do than round up? Noble leader, I'm seeing possible friendly forces.
Repeat, Mayday. Mayday, 3 Charlie 6. We are on position.
We need to find those troopers now. Coming! Noble 3, you...
And we're gonna do heroic and finally legendary. And then we'll get kind of repetitive towards the end. A really big game I could stream, and we're gonna do the same thing. More hostiles.
Said yes to this.
Got a raid on the lower platform.
What about you and Kat? Jude's on his way with a...
First stage engine burn nominal. Stage 7.
Stage separation.
Second stage ignition.
Wish there was more of it, didn't he?
Noble 5, welcome to Operation Uppercut.
Who's gonna reach the dock first?
Defensive batteries are 56%. Hang it. Nice hit. Defensive battery. Someone's sweeping in from behind, Spartan. Oh,
Is there any place the Covenant isn't?
Must be locked. I'm hit. Be fire. Sink. Come on, you know your way around a safe. Putting rounds on target. Vector 9 to Saber teams. Phantoms are inbound on Vector 7, Mark 4.
And-
This damn cops! Taking fire! Hold it, take a out! Check out! I'm getting hammered.
This got hit.
Taking shots from that gunboats are in position. Got the kill! Great shot!
Re-entry pack disengaged.
I need your...
Cockpit depressurization complete.
Noble 5, please repeat.
by 22.
Gladly. Only sword place, Sector 18G. Noble 5,
I know.
We've flagged a Corvette-class vessel on a predicted docking track with our target. I need your Saber team to clear the way for boarding.
Understood, Colonel.
As she's on us, the Savannah will be joining you to provide local fire support. UNSC Savannah.
We'll get it done, Colonel. 6 out.
Corvette sighted within visual range of nav beacon RA-15.
Frigate Savannah in position. Saber team, sound off. Echo 1, solid copy. We are currently jamming the Corvette's comms. Hit it hard while it can't call for help. I want to clip her engines, Colonel. See if we can slow her down.
Good thinking, Savex. And marking targets. Take out the Corvette's main engines.
Where are the reinforcements coming from? I thought the target was jammed. All Echo 2.
Don't let any...
Somebody peel this syrup up. Somebody get this syrup off my back. You know your way up. I'm taking fire. Hear you scream. Somebody get this syrup off my back. I need assistance. Enemy fighter down.
Permanently disable that cruiser's communication chain. Uppercut, faced.
Colonel, on our way to the hangar.
Noble 5.
Body kick is aboard, Colonel.
Copy that. 6, get your fire team.
Break off! Break off! Hull breach! Reactor's flaring! Damn it, I'm losing her!
Savannah Actual. Can you hear me? 6. Take your rounds.
Vessel's refueling track with a Covenant supercarrier. 76.
Yeah. Reach has been good to me. Time has come to return the favor. To make it count.
Does anyone have a big mirror everywhere?
These civilians before it changes. Kilo 2-6s, Kilo 40, Covenant Corvettes raining hell on us. Find them. Hold on to your helmets. Kilo 40, request FPF sitrep. Nick. Come on, let's go. Fruits.
Where the hell did she come from?
Get in there. Oh! Contacts from the west.
Hello, this is Thumbs90. We're doing our Let's Play of all the Halos, all the difficulties. We're currently doing Halo ODST on Legendary. We're getting pretty close to the end. I think we're going to do kind of a big push today. I have to end stream. It's going to be a hard end at 12, and there's no exception to that. But Wednesday, I stream Halo. We're doing all the Halos all the difficulties. I stream them Monday, Wednesday, Friday, starting at 10 a.m. And so the next Halo stream, will be Wednesday, and we should finish Halo ODST on Wednesday. So fingers crossed. Hoping to start Halo 3. Oh man, we're not doing good. Not doing good at all. Okay, we're doing better. Guy's pushing me. Okay, here we go.
Connie, more of those floating squids. Should we smoke them? They're between us and that phantom. What do you think?
That didn't take out anyone. There we go. So we're playing Halo in chronological order of events in the Halo universe. So ODST takes place before Halo 3. And so that's why, oh my goodness, didn't stand a chance. That's why we're doing Halo ODST before Halo 3.
There he goes. Oh crap, more of them. Gunny, more of those floating squids. Should we smoke them? They're between us and that phantom. What do you think?
Oh man. 2, 3. 1. I don't know if that. There we go, we got him. I'm like not concerned with ammo right now. Because we got another beam rifle right here.
All right.
Do. Sniper's gonna snipe. And here we go. So I had a pretty good weekend. Pretty good. I went to Home Depot, ordered some stuff. I've been planning on building this, rather large train set. And so I had the layout all done. And then there's this place called Ollie's, and their slogan is, good stuff cheap. And so a lot of what Ollie's is, it's like Big Lots. But they get inventory from other stores. Like if a store wasn't able to sell everything that they wanted to sell and it's going out of fashion, or they get rid of it, they give it to Ollie's. And then Ollie's sells it for like a fraction of the price. And so there's that. And and so there's a lot of discount things there. And so it's actually funny because I was there, and this was right before Christmas, and they had a train set tracks. Now there are different size train sets, and so there's HO, which stands for half O size, and HO is the common size for kits and stuff. Usually, if you're getting a train set, it would be an HO scale, because they're small, they're easy to put together. Then there's O scale, and O scale it's a nicer scale. It's bigger, and what makes it nice is that because it's bigger, the trains are heavier, so they stay on the track better. The track is a little bit different, where with high-end O scale, you can get, oh my goodness, with high-end O scale, it comes with a 3-track system. So there's 3 rails on a track, and what that allows you to do is you can have electricity on the positive on the two outside tracks, and then the negative on the inside track. And what that means is you can have the track do like figure eights, or it will actually connect back onto itself, which is something you can't do with HO or a two-track system, because if you have a two-track system loop back on itself, it comes around in the circle, and so what becomes the left track being positive, if it came back in a circle, all of a sudden the left track is connecting to the right track, and so it would short circuit because the right track is supposed to be negative. So that's not ideal. So it just wouldn't work. It would blow up your transformer and everything. I'm just gonna stay back. Now that I know there's guys up here. I think that's everyone. Exploding things. And so that's O scale. Now, a funny story about the O scale, I'll tell later. But with the track that I found at Oli's, it was $30 and it was G scale. And G scale stands for garden scale. So it's a lot bigger train. It's the kind of train you would put in a garden. And I was like, oh my goodness. I couldn't believe that Oli's had it. There was only one. And so I bought it, and it was $30, which is a steal. Because as you can imagine, the bigger the scale, the more expensive everything is. By a lot. So I got the G scale track, and then on eBay I ordered a G scale train. Now they have the kind of the standard trains for G scale are like $300 or $400. But the secret is that G scale is the same scale that the trains that you could put under a Christmas tree are. So it's pretty big. And so there's a lot of G scale trains that run on batteries that are a lot of G scale battery powered trains, which if it's battery powered, it's a lot more inexpensive. I was gonna say, I don't know if he died, that Wraith. And so with that, let's get rid of this Banshee. I can land it. There we go. We're just gonna take things nice and slow. We learned the secret about flying the Banshee in Halo 2. The secret is you want to come up behind them. You don't want to give them an opportunity to hit you face on, and then you follow them as close as you can from behind. And so that's the secret. And it's easier now because they're focused on the Wraith so much. I mean, on the dropship, whatever it's called, on the Phantom. in Halo 2 they were focused on me.
We're stuck here until you open that door, Gunny.
They really want me to open that door, but they don't know.
Door's open. I'll go first. Roger that. Follow your lead.
Says I'm shooting something, but I can't see what.
Yeah!
It's not very nice. There we go. And so I ordered this, it's a Christmas tree train, and it was inexpensive. It was $20, and so I got it and I put it on the track, and I had the track on the table, kind of where I planned to put it, and put the train on. And it just would not. Why aren't they following? Seriously. Seriously. What are you guys doing? Did the game glitch? There we go. I was getting worried. And I don't know what happened, but my Banshee is already old and busted. Do. Got that guy down. Just gonna stay back. So I got the train, I had the track. It's G-scale. I've never worked with G-scale before. And it's just, it keeps falling off the track, and there's nothing I can do and to get it on. I did some modifications to the support tires, and it could not stay on the track. So I was like, what the heck? And so then as a test, I put the track on the ground, and it worked fine. So the problem was that the table it's a table I built was not flat enough, and it wasn't sturdy enough. And so the reason why I built this table is I had extra parts from a workbench I built. And because of that, I was like, okay, I'll build one more table. It's a big table, and I looked up, I got some parts from Home Depot. I order online because if you go in the store, there's a chance you will miss the things that are on sale, or you might say, oh, I want a piece of 2x4, and it's like 10 bucks. When really there's another piece of 2x4 that's $4. Or, you know, there's a $10 one, but it's 14 feet. And so I go online because I can, you know, I kind of sketch out what I want to do. And then I order everything online.
I'll head through on foot, see if I can find a workaround inside the tunnel. Headshot.
Just gonna take them out one at a time. There we go. Got that guy. You know, I haven't done this well at this part. Like, I even struggle on easy on this part. Saving the rest for that brute with they're always trying to blind me. I mean, like, how... I didn't want to have to do this. See if there's anything down here. I actually think there is. Oh, what good fortune. I got you.
Smile, you son of a bitch!
There we go. This is not ideal. Not ideal at all. There we go. Phew. And the reason why I've been waiting with low health is there's a health pack over here. And I wanted to clear everyone out before I used it. This might have been the hardest part. Might have been the hardest part. So I laid the track on the ground and it works fine. So I was like, okay, so the table is warped. And so like I said, I ordered all these parts online to build the table. But I was like, okay, I'm going to build it, you know, the most inexpensive way possible. So I do that, but I go to pick up the parts, and the table part, the top, is beyond flimsy. And I was like, oh, so this is why it was so inexpensive. I thought it would have been like a hardboard, but it was something called project board. So it's wood, but it's like a very flimsy kind of cardboard. It's like a heavy duty cardboard. And so I was like, okay, so I reinforced it a little bit with some of the wood scraps that I had. And so it stood up, it could hold things, but it was, you know, it'd warp up and down a little bit. That's funny. That it ended up like a coffin. Yeah, and so it would warp. And so it would, you know, anything that was on it would kind of bounce up and down. And so I was like, okay, I have to reinforce this. So I go to Home Depot, I ordered it again online, and I did the math of how much wood I would need. And I get it, and they're like, oh, here's 4 of the pieces that are, thank you. I do ASMR. And oh my goodness, let's survive. And anyway, so I go there and I needed 3 pieces of wood that were 4 feet, and then I got 2 14 feet. Let me tell you, 14 feet is bigger than you think. 14 feet is bigger. I tried to get it in the car and I thought, oh, it's not going to be no problem. I'll just put it through the front window and we'll drive slow. Because Home Depot is like 2 minutes away from my house. And we can take the street. And oh, thank you. That's very nice of you to say. Yeah, I have an abandoned Twitch account. I don't know what the login is, but this was back in the day where it's like, there was a phase when people had multiple Twitch accounts, where it was like, okay, this one's going to be for gaming, this one's for creative, and the reason why people did that was because of the algorithm. Like, if you do a lot of gaming, it will recommend you to other people who do gaming. Oh my goodness, you gotta hide. And then if you do creative and art, this isn't ideal at all either. And this one's old and busted. And so going back to the table, the 2 14 by feet 2x4s were huge, and then I needed 3 4 feet 2x4s, and they give it to me. I ordered online, but it took forever for them to get it. Because they text you and they say, oh, it's ready for pickup. And it wasn't it wasn't. I got there, and so I felt like they picked it up, the stuff, right when I got there. And I used to work in retail doing online pickups and everything. Ooh. And so I know, I know what it's like. And so I'm waiting, and then they bring it out the stuff, and I'm looking at the 4 feet ones, and I was like, that doesn't look like 4 feet. I was like, it must be, because it's pre-cut from the factory. It's not something they cut. And so I get back home, and I check right away. I check against the table, and I measure it, and sure enough, all 3 of them are 3 feet. So then I go back. No, first I'm like, do I really need 4 feet? And I did. So I went back, and they had the hardest time, because they're like, the barcode says it's 4 feet, and they measured it, and it was like, it's 3 feet. And so then they were freaking out, because they were like, we have all this wood that's supposed to be 4 feet, and it's 3 feet. And so what they ended up doing was they cut me the wood. They took an 8-foot and cut it into 4 pieces. They took 2 8-foot ones and cut it into 2 pieces each. And they're like, you can just have an extra piece of wood. And I was like, yeah. So I was hashtag winning. And trying to get the back foot. There we go. We gotta be quick, because I think in Halo 3, the Scarab, once it's down like this, it can't shoot, but in this one it can. And this thing will get back up. Like it did now. And so it ended up working. Kinda wish I had a checkpoint. So I reinforced the table. Getting a new Banshee. And, it worked out. And so then I'm like, yeah, put the train set back on the table, and the train set goes over by like 2 inches. I was like, why didn't I see this problem before? And so that's what I did over the weekend. And so I made a little bit of an extender. I had this old crate, wooden crate, and I took it apart to use some of the wood. Hopefully this is the last leg, because I'm getting cornered. Just go down. Go down. It's okay. It's like in Serenity. There's no shame in this. There's no shame. We got it. We got it. There's another Banshee, but dude, we barely made that. Barely made that. We're actually doing really well. This has been about 37 minutes. On Legendary, it usually takes us like an hour, a minute, an hour a level. Do, 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 do. So that's kind of what my weekend was like. I did a little bit of editing. Let's let these guys in. What else did I do? I kind of wanted to take pictures. I do film photography. And so now what I do is I develop myself. And when you get the chemicals to develop it, there is a limit. And film has an expiration. So, you know, like if you get the rolls film, the canisters, it can last for, you know, a couple of years, but then it expires. And so what that means is the quality goes down, the colors get skewed, but the development chemicals go bad even faster. They can only last like 1 or 2 months once you open them. And it's the developing process. The hardest thing to know is what temperature to keep it at, because you have to keep the chemicals at a certain temperature when you're developing it. It's almost like having a baby and having to do the bottle test, where you have to get it to the right temperature. But so I'm trying to shoot a lot more color film, because I have the color film to develop, and I want to develop it before it goes bad. So I want to go around the city finding all these, you know, graffiti art, because right now the city has a lot of, you know, designated areas for graffiti art. I want to take those photos. So I was kind of planning to do that yesterday, but it was too hectic, you know, I was tired. And it was snowing, and it just wasn't good weather. But so that's kind of what happened over the weekend. I did a little bit more programming. I'll talk about that in a second. But I'm going to take a short break. Loading.
Can anyone hear me? This is Captain Veronica Dare. My beacon is active. Need immediate assistance. Someone, please respond.
Looks like we found a friend. I'll be right back.
Go ahead, try it on, Spartan. Other side, on my mark. 3,
The bullfrogs.
that birds can land.
Try and keep up, Spartan.
And I missed.
Make sure those transports make it out in one piece.
Hell, we've all got orders to evacuate. Guess some of us just don't like leaving a job half finished.
Copy, Delta 1-5. Can you... Mayday, Hornet just hit. We're going in. I'm gonna try to set her down. Hornet's unavailable this time. Over. This is civilian transport 6 Echo 2. I need to go now, Sergeant Major. Hold on, Echo 2. Go now. As soon as something frees up, you'll be the first to... Not good enough. I've got 600 souls on board, Sergeant Major. I can't wait any longer.
Oh my god.
Mayday! 6 Echo 2, can you maintain altitude? Negative! We're going down!
Son of a...
Troopers! We need to push him back off our...
I will trade you your pistol.
Get it armed.
Sergeant Major, Covenant are banging on my bay door. I got families and wounded on...
No mercy.
They've reached the landing bank.
Copy that. Now or never, Spartan.
Missile defense online.
Copy. Repeat, this is Nova.
Reflects the heat back on her, and she doesn't like that.
To wait, Lieutenant. The Covenant are jamming all comms back.
Sorry I came alone.
After the hospital got hit. I marked the location. Complete their mission.
There goes a building. Okay, I'm back. Oh, what do you mean old school style? I forgot. The table? The table was kind of willy-nilly. Not willy-nilly, but it was simple. This was stupid. Why did I come out of cover? Why did I come out of cover? I exercised this morning. And last Thursday, I moved my sister. She's changing apartments. And when we moved her back in the state, it only took, one cargo van to move her. And this was before, well, no, I guess it was during COVID. But there is a way to avoid them. We're gonna go the back way. Don't want to deal with hunters on Legendary. We struggled for like 20 minutes. On the first level, there's a hunter encounter. And then it turns out you can just run away from them. And you can still, escape. A lot of times in Halo, when there's a boss, you still have the wide open area, but it kind of locks down. Oh man, they got away. No, I'm losing. I got like 2 shots left. There we go. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, there's a fuel rod cannon. He's still alive. Thank God. Thank God. One down. Oh, this is really good fortune. We were able to survive. Because those beam rifles could have really... If I didn't take them out so fast, that would have been a struggle. So we might have to end this stream earlier than we thought. We're going to go to 11:30. So a half hour. So I kind of plan on beating this. Well, I don't know if we can beat this, but we're going to get as far as I can. I want to at least get to Dare.
on sub-level 9. News station.
Okay. Oh yeah, but the film. I'm sorry, I just figured out what you were talking about, the film.
If traitor escape, it's their fault, not ours.
Do do do. Do 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 do. So far, things are going well. But so I moved my sister Thursday, and when we moved her back to the state, it was only one cargo van that it took. And so it wasn't so bad. It took maybe 3 hours to load and then unload. Well, it took 3 hours to unload. But when we, this time it took so much longer. She really expanded and got stuff. So we rented from U-Haul the cargo van again, and it was like, oh, we're gonna do it in 4 hours. No problem. And we only need to do one trip. And we're trying to use the carbine as much as possible. But so we move her.
There's one.
And it is very clear that it's going to take more than one trip. So we're going and load up the van once, take her to the new place, unload. And we did all the heavy furniture first, which is how I recommend it. Because once you do all the heaviest stuff first, it's like, okay, everything's going to get easier. So then we did one trip. Then it was another trip. And so it ended up being 3 trips. And she wasn't really packed. So she had to pack as we were going, and then I loaded the truck. And so that wasn't intense. And then the place she moved up to was on the 3rd floor, so it was like carrying all the stuff up. So, you know, I was really sore. I was like, oh, I'm not going to exercise for the first, you know, over the weekend. And then it ended up. Okay. No, you guys can just leave. There has to be a health pack somewhere. Somewhere. So then I kept saying, oh, you know, give me a break from exercising, which is not something you should do. So I finally today went back and exercised. And so I'm going, I'm pedaling, I'm on the elliptical, and it has these programs.
I'm gonna die, you hear me?
And so the program, it has resistance, and so the computer says, okay, I'm going to give you level 1 resistance, then I'm going to go up to 2, and then, you know, I'm going to keep you at level 5 for a while. And so it's just a nice exercise routine, and it runs off batteries. You see how many shots this takes? That was tragic. Tragic.
Do it, Virgil, now!
Construction ahead. Expect delays.
I'm gonna die, you hear me?
No, that wasn't very nice. Oh man, that was hilarious. I might have to go back and clip that. Sometimes there's a hidden carbine over there somewhere. So I'm exercising, I'm running. The elliptical runs on D batteries, 4 Ds. And it does the resistance as you're pedaling, it actually pedals a generator. And so it doesn't take that much energy, it just reroutes the energy into a magnetic resistance. So you're using your own power against you. And so I'm going 5 minutes. It's a 20-minute workout. And I get back. No, so I'm exercising and then power goes out. The battery, you know, just loses connection. I'm like, no. So then for the rest of the 15 minutes, I made up my own exercise where you can just set the resistance to like this is terrible. My fingers getting tired.
What's wrong with you, Virgil? You trying to get me killed?
Warning, hitchhikers may be escaped convicts.
Escaped convicts. I feel like I hear one.
You go first.
Where am I supposed to go? So yeah, so it ended up, I made my workout like 5 times harder than it had to be. But it was nice. Do. Ha ha ha. They're doing pretty well. Pretty well. I lied. Walked into a trap. Don't really want to get a health pack. But I died anyway. How many hits does it take? This is gonna be terrible when we get to the hive. Did my traveling companion die? Here's the health pack. I think he's about to die in this next part. It's not a nice way to die. But the flame grenade is like the most reliable grenade. Like whatever you get it on, whatever enemy you get it on, they will die. In Halo 2, you could stick an elite or a brute with a grenade on legendary, and they totally survive. So it's nice that when they get stuck with the grenade, they actually die. And sometimes I shoot the explosives first, so that they can't explode on me. A lot of times I'll set off a chain reaction so that, you know, it gets them. But a lot of times, if you're not careful, it will get you. Explosives go both ways.
You're going down to level 9 too. Guess I could use some backup.
Okay, I feel pretty good about this. We're gonna lose our friend. Who's some creepy dude.
Oh no! They're up here too! Coming out of the damn vents! Get back! No!
I kinda miss him. Because he was good at taking out these drones. These buggers. And our trusty health pack. We got lucky. There's usually a health pack up here, which is good to see that there was. Do 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 do. Oh man, this isn't good. Not good. Not good. It's kind of my fault. I just flew up there without looking. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of wanted to see if I could just skip past them. Okay, I got the chieftain. But I'll be damned if I get killed by this last guy. Hopefully I don't have to go back very far. The overcharge of the plasma pistol is kind of... When I used to play when I was younger, in my youth, they would say that's kind of a noob thing to do. But it works.
Fuck. Who knows if you can hear me, but...
Okay, we're gonna end it here.
Told you more about this mission.
I want to thank everyone for coming out. I'll be streaming Halo again on Wednesday, Tuesdays, and Thursdays. However, I do creative streams where we're editing the Autumn Hike project, which is a journey through 6 parks. Journey through 6 parks, and we're animating the photography. There's film photography, digital photography, and Steadicam footage, as well as aerial photography. I don't remember if I already said that. Okay, I got too confident.
Welcome. Access granted.
So that's happening Tuesday, and then Thursday I do another creative stream. So it's gonna be a busy week. And everything starts at 10 in the morning. and goes till 12 p.m.
It's you. I thought... Never mind.
Never mind.
What's your name again? Inside, now. This way, and stay quiet. Some idiots blew the building at the top of the shaft. Woke the whole hive. Down there? That's the superintendent. The AI that runs every system in the city. My mission...
Every system.
Our mission is to secure the superintendent's data. Problem is, there's only one way in from here. Right through the hive.
So yeah, we should definitely finish this Wednesday. We've been blasting through. ODST was a lot of fun.
Hoping for more backup. I guess you're it.
Legendary's not that bad.
Fighting on the surface?
Halo 2 on Legendary was horrendous. On Cairo Station, the first level, it took me 3 streams. Each stream is usually each stream is very oh, what is the word? It's been 2 hours. It took me 3 to beat the first level. But I want to thank everyone for coming out. See everyone tomorrow. Bye-bye.